So recently we got an inside the story video for Watch Dogs 2 on Ubisoft's YouTube channel, Remote Access, whatever the hell that means. And I decided I'd compile everything that they said into a quick story synopsis, or whatever the hell you pronounce it, so you guys know exactly what's going down. So let's get right into it. Watch Dogs 2 follows the story of a young hacker who, with some obvious intelligence, called Marcus Holloway, who is wrongfully profiled as a high-risk individual and is therefore treated as such. Now this really opens Marcus's eyes to the injustices and inequalities in the world. As mentioned before, the current system labels random individuals as high risk and therefore treats them as such, which means that, say, presumably Marcus fell into this trap and was therefore treated as a high-risk individual, and really he meant no harm. So Marcus, being that social justice warrior that he is, starts working with DedSec to make people aware of the somewhat flawed system that society is functioning under as far as the online world goes and how that information is used, and they want the people to be aware of that. And on a side note, Marcus also wants to take down the system which wrongfully profiled him and many others. Now we got sort of a moral compass coming in, what with T-Bone stepping into the picture, who makes DedSec really want to stand up and be the sort of heroes in the situation. T-Bone's very presence makes DedSec want to stand up to Bloom and other affiliated companies to try to sort of stop this injustice from happening. DedSec's signature weapon being using the internet, using influence to sort of change people's views on things, to make them see what's going on for what it is rather than what they're forced to believe by the constraints of society. And they fight people in every bracket of society, from the streets to the government. Of course, not random people. Corruption. You know, yeah, corruption. Not random people. That would just be fucking... Now all this suspicious goings on and corruption makes you think, is there something going on behind these random profilings, or are they actually what it says on the tin, random? So it says that they're random, but could there be like a secret meaning behind that? Like, are they getting rid of threats and stuff like that? People who are threatening them, who have the potential to take over the system, are they trying to get rid of those people, get them out of the picture by labeling them as high risk and getting rid of them? That's the question. And it really seems as if DedSec is trying to find an answer for that, as well as doing other things. Whereas the first Watch Dogs game focused on privacy invasion, the second Watch Dogs game focuses more upon invasion of people's privacy online. So the data people post online, everything there is being tracked, information about certain people. Basically, Watch Dogs 2 focuses more upon that in a story sense than it does what Watch Dogs 1 focused on, which is more in the present, all the information used to spy on people as it happens, sort of thing. Watch Dogs 2's story revolving around the companies trying to predict what people are going to do, therefore labelling some people wrongly for being high risk, which is where Marcus falls into a bit of a trap and ends up being sort of pulled into this cycle of social justice urges. The main antagonist, at least on the label, is a character named Dusan Nemec, who seems to have access to all this information and seems to funnel it to places. He has all the access, he has the power, he's the one holding all the cards, and it seems as if he has several paths that could lead him into a more sinister sort of element, and DedSec needs to stop it before it gets too far, and it seems as if it is going in that direction where he's going to start getting a bit corrupt, and they need to sort of quell the corruption before it gets too excessive to a point where they can't stop it. So that means that Dusan Nemec's quite corrupt as it is, but there is an opportunity to be more corrupt, and DedSec really need to stop the entire corruption thing before it gets a bit too excessive. So there you have it, an outline of the plot for Watch Dogs 2 from that video. I basically dissected that. I wanted to break it down into things so it seems simpler to say. If you're confused at any point, please ask down below and I will reply to comments. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, tell me what you think about this, and I will see you all in the next one with another video. Watch Dogs 2 is getting closer and closer, and I'm starting to get hyped. It looks better with everything they release, and I really can't wait. So thanks for watching guys. So also, I'm still debating whether or not to do a full lethal or non-lethal playthrough of this game when it comes out. I think I'll end up doing both.